Budget revolver usually means one thing: lower price, lower expectations. That's how most people see it. You assume it's something temporary, something you'll upgrade later, something that might work, but probably isn't something you'd trust long-term, because in the firearms world, price and trust are usually connected. Expensive feels reliable, cheap feels uncertain. But here's what's quietly changing in 2026. That assumption isn't always true anymore, because some budget revolvers are doing something unexpected. They're holding up, not perfectly, not flawlessly, but consistently, through real use, real carry, real conditions. And that's what makes them interesting. Because once you realize reliability isn't only tied to price, you start asking a different question. What actually makes a revolver dependable in the real world? Now let's be clear, budget revolvers come with trade-offs. You're not getting hand-fitted internals, you're not getting ultra-refined triggers, you're not getting perfect finishes. But here's where experienced shooters think differently. They don't look for perfection, they look for consistency. Does the cylinder lock up properly? Does the timing stay stable over time? Does the gun fire reliably with quality ammo? Because those are the things that matter. Not how smooth it feels in a gun store, but how it behaves after hundreds of rounds, after being carried, after being used when conditions aren't perfect. And the revolvers in this list, they've earned attention in 2026 because they deliver something people didn't expect: reliability within their limits. Number 1. Taurus 856, the budget revolver that changed perception. The Taurus 856 is one of the clearest examples of how budget revolvers have improved. 6-round capacity in a compact frame. That alone makes it stand out compared to traditional 5-shot designs. But capacity isn't what makes it interesting. Consistency is. Older Taurus revolvers had a reputation for variability. Some were solid, others less so. But in recent years, manufacturing consistency has improved, and that shows up in real-world use. Now, when you handle the 856, the first thing you notice is the trigger. It's not light, it's not refined like a premium revolver, but it's predictable, and predictability matters more than smoothness, because under stress, a predictable trigger is easier to manage than a light but inconsistent one. Now, in terms of shooting behavior, the 856 handles standard, 38 special loads well, recoil is manageable, follow-up shots are consistent, and the cylinder lockup remains solid under moderate use. But here's where expectations need to be realistic. This is not a revolver built for extreme high-volume shooting. It's not designed to handle constant plus P abuse. It performs best within its intended role: carry, occasional range use, and realistic defensive scenarios. And when used that way, it performs far better than its price suggests. Number 2. Charter Arms Undercover, simplicity that works. The Charter Arms Undercover doesn't try to impress you. It's not flashy, it's not refined, it doesn't feel premium. But that's exactly where its strength comes from. It's simple, and simplicity reduces variables. Fewer complex interactions, fewer parts that require precise tuning, and that contributes to reliability. Now, when you pick it up, the differences compared to premium revolvers are obvious. The trigger feels heavier, the finish is basic, the overall refinement is lower. But here's the important part: the core function remains consistent. Cylinder rotation is reliable, lockup holds, ignition is dependable with quality ammunition. And this is where experienced shooters focus. Because reliability isn't about how a gun feels, it's about what it does over time. Now, under extended use, some variation may appear. That's the reality of budget manufacturing. But when maintained properly and used within its intended limits, the Undercover holds up surprisingly well. Number 3. Rossi RP63, capability that exceeds expectations. The Rossi RP63 brings something interesting into the budget category. A .357 Magnum-capable revolver at an accessible price point. On paper, that's impressive, but this is where experienced shooters take a step back, because capability and usability are not the same thing. Yes, the RP63 can fire, 357 Magnum, but how it behaves when it does is where things change. In lighter frames, Magnum recoil becomes sharper, faster, more demanding, and this affects control. Now mechanically, the revolver handles moderate use well. Cylinder alignment remains consistent. Timing holds under realistic conditions. But here's the key point. It performs best when used intelligently. Balanced loads, controlled shooting, proper maintenance. And when used that way, it delivers performance that surprises many shooters. Number 4, EAA Windicator, strength over refinement. The EAA Windicator is often overlooked, not because it's ineffective, but because it doesn't feel refined. Heavier trigger, basic finish, no premium features. But here's what makes it stand out: strength. The Windicator is built with durability in mind, heavier construction, solid frame, and a design that prioritizes function over feel. Now in the hand, it feels different from lighter revolvers. Heavier, more solid, and that weight helps absorb recoil, which improves control. But here's the trade-off: it's less comfortable to carry, and that matters in concealed carry scenarios. So again, it's about understanding the role. As a range revolver or home defense option, it performs reliably. As a lightweight carry gun, it's less ideal, but within its intended use, it holds up extremely well. Number 5, Rock Island Armory, M206, the simplest approach to reliability. The Rock Island M206 is one of the most affordable revolvers available, and because of that, many people dismiss it immediately. But here's where things get interesting. Its design is extremely simple. No unnecessary complexity, no over-engineering, just basic mechanical function. And that simplicity contributes to reliability. Now when you handle it, the differences are obvious. Trigger pull is heavier, fit and finish are basic, but mechanically, it does what it's supposed to do, and that's what matters. Now under moderate use, the M206 maintains consistent function. Ignition is reliable. Cylinder rotation is steady. But here's the reality. It performs best within its limits. Standard pressure loads, moderate shooting volume, proper maintenance. And when those conditions are met, it becomes a dependable tool. Deep reality section. What actually makes these reliable? Here's what most people misunderstand. Reliability doesn't come from price. It comes from design and consistency. A revolver doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be predictable. It needs to maintain timing. It needs to hold alignment. It needs to fire consistently with quality ammunition. And that's what these revolvers do. They don't try to compete with premium models in refinement. They focus on basic function. And that focus is what makes them reliable within their intended role. But here's the key point. Every one of these revolvers has limits. They're not built for extreme use. They're not designed for thousands of high-pressure rounds. And understanding those limits is what separates smart shooters from careless ones. So what are the most shockingly reliable budget revolvers in 2026? They're not the smoothest. They're not the most refined. They're not the most advanced, but they work consistently within their limits. And that's what matters. Because once you understand how reliability actually works, you stop judging firearms based on price alone. You start looking at performance, consistency, and real-world use, and that's where the real value shows up.